Hello everyone, welcome to YourPedia. In this video, I'm going to discuss with you about BARC Scientific Officer interview preparation. So this is the short listing of the candidates for BARC Scientific Officer interview. This is a short listing in electrical. So I'll be discussing how to prepare for BARC Scientific Officer Electrical Branch preparation. See, when it comes to BARC or DRDO or ISRO, these are the scientific companies, scientific research companies in fact. So the interview process will be entirely different from other PSUs, okay. So these are scientific companies. Here the approach for the interview will be entirely different. See, the main thing in the interviews in these three, especially BARC interview, is they won't test your memory, they will test your approach for solving a problem. Okay, see, problem solving skill is very important. They are not going to give you any industry level problem. They will give you a circuit, especially in electrical. Circuits are very important. They will give you a circuit. In that circuit, they will ask you to change the elements. Instead of resistor, they will ask you to put capacitor and to draw the waveform of voltage across capacitor or current through the capacitor. This way, the questions will be completely innovative. It's not the general circuits what you solved. From the general circuits what you solved, they will make some changes in the general circuits, and whether you are able to think on your own, whether you are going to get the result or not. So this is mainly tested than your memory. See, I will tell you first the subjects, the priority of the subjects to prepare for electrical engineering. Then what way you have to prepare, for electrical engineering interview. These things I will discuss. When it comes to electrical engineering or it is electronics also, I will suggest always to take the first subject as electrical circuit analysis or network analysis. This is a very important subject and easy subject also for all electrical and electronic guys. Yes, this is a very easy subject. This is a basic subject in fact. So in this you might studied about Ohm's law and KVL, KCL, theorems and transients, three phase and many things, two-port networks, magnetic circuits. All these topics you studied already for your written examination or for some other examinations or in your graduation. But with respect to BARC, it is going to be entirely different than what you studied for written examination. Suppose you might studied for about dependent source. Just a definition you might know, but practically what is dependent source? What is the purpose of dependent source? Okay, see, in some circuit they will show some dependent source. So they vary something, and whether it is generating power or delivering power. So this way, cross questions, I can say cross questions, they may ask a lot in the interview, right? I should not say cross questions, but the questions which are really innovative they will ask. Right, and so one possible question is, in a laboratory there are several 50 ohm resistances, but I need 37.5 ohm. How do you get 37.5 ohm by using several 50 ohm resistance? You must be in a position to draw the electrical equivalent circuit which can give 37.5 ohms using 50 ohms. That is very easy. So this way, completely innovatively the questions will be asked, and they will give you one DC input, but they want some linearly rising output. Okay, they have some DC voltage. They want simply I can say ramp output. Using RLC elements, how can you get ramp voltage by giving DC input? So this kind of questions they may ask. Right, so the questions will be really innovative and new for you because the written examination is very much different from interview. That to BRC's, ISRO, DRDO interviews are completely different and innovative when compared to other PSU interviews. So here you have to prepare in very depth. Very depth means don't think that you have to prepare in industry level, not required. So here you have to think in multiple directions. If this is changed, suppose there are some three variables in a circuit. If one variable is changed, what happens? If by keeping this one constant, that changes, what happens? So all this entire analysis, I can say this is called as a complete analysis of any given system you have to do. Suppose, see, I told you the very first subject to prepare from electrical engineering is network analysis or circuit analysis, and the immediate second subject I suggest you to prepare for electrical machines. So before I give the list of subjects, at least 4 to 5 subjects you have to prepare in detail and in depth, and that too your first three subjects should be you must be very good in the first 3 subjects. They will ask you to write your first favorite 4 or 5 subjects. When you are listing, write first 3 subjects in which you are very good. Okay, on the first, sometimes on the first subject itself it will go for a long time. The second subject I suggest is electrical machines. In electrical machines, the electrical equivalent circuit of electrical machines is very important. See, we all know that what is an electrical equivalent circuit. We all know what is an electrical equivalent circuit. Here you observe, they will ask you to draw the electrical equivalent circuit of transformer. You start drawing like this. And you draw like this. You all know what is this electrical equivalent circuit of a transformer. You all know. Yes, I am taking a step-up transformer, for example. Now, the questions will be like this. So, this is R1, this is JX1, this is R0, this is JX0, this is R2, and this is JX2. They will ask you the question. What is this X1? What is this X1? You say, sir, reactance. Whose reactance? Primary winding reactance. How it is came? That is leakage reactance. Why leakage? To represent leakage, why you are putting reactance? So that way questions are possible. And what is this branch? This is a shunt branch. Why you are keeping that one in shunt? Why not in series? Why these elements you are keeping in series? Why not in shunt? You must have proper technical, logical, reason-based explanation for all this. Yes, and here what is this? Yes, what are those windings represent? You are showing in the form of inductor. If it is an inductor, for suppose, what about its inductance value? Is it an inductance or just to show the number of turns? So like this, questions are possible from electrical machines. In electrical machines, see, we have 3-phase and single phase. What is the advantage of 3-phase machine over single phase machine? And 3-phase star connection, what are the advantages of star over delta? What are the advantages of delta over star? What is the purpose of converting from delta to star, star to delta? See, and suppose a question is possible like this: a star connected resistance 3 ohm is there. It is absorbing a power of 100 watts from a power supply. If that is converted to delta, okay, star to delta conversion he did, okay, by applying the formula star to delta conversion, not reconnection, then how much power it is going, delta converted, see, from star to delta we converted it, then it is going to become 999 ohms. Then how much that is going to absorb the power when it is connected to the same power supply, right? And suppose if it is reconnected as delta, 3 ohm in star is reconnected as 3 in delta, then in this case how much power it is going to absorb when it is connected to the same power supply or to the same terminals. So this way questions are possible in BARC scientific officer interview. So the second subject I told you is electrical machines. In electrical machines especially, drawing an electrical equivalent circuit of a machine is very important. And after that, the very important thing is drawing phasor diagrams. Okay, so they will ask you to draw the phasor diagram for different loads. See, mostly you study about RL loads in electrical machines and in power system, but they will ask you to draw for RC loads, purely C load, pure capacitive load, right? And pure capacitive load. So this way questions are possible, and especially testing of machine. What is the purpose of testing? Why OC test is conducted? First of all, on which side OC test is conducted? On LV side or HV side? Why only on LV side? Suppose if it is on HV side, why only on HV side? So see, first of all, you must have the answer for the question, and explanation for that answer is also required. It is not just knowing the answer, but why your answer is correct, and what is the support for your statement mathematically and practically, logically. They will see whether you are able to approach towards that answer in a correct way or not. See, they will see mostly the your approach towards the answer. See, some people know the answer, but they don't know the reason. They don't know the reason why it is correct and how it is correct. But for BARC interview, how it is correct and why it is correct is very important. If some changes are made in the existing system, in the existing circuit, you must be in a position to analyze on your own. You must be in a position to draw the graphs on your own. So these things are tested in BARC interview. Then third subject I suggest you to prepare for is power system. Immediately third subject is power system, I can say. Network analysis, I told electrical machines, power system. In power system also, drawing phasor diagrams is very, very important. Transmission and phasor diagram for different loads. And in power system, fault analysis. Fault analysis, generally we study about LG, LL, triple LG, double LG, right? But on phase A, LG fault is occurring. On phase B and C, LL fault is occurring. This is the new way of asking. Okay, I repeat, on phase A, LG fault is occurring. On phase B and C, LL fault is occurring. Now can you get the fault current or how fault current flows and all? And another way of asking is there is a three-phase star connected generator. Its neutral is not grounded, but on phase A, fault is occurred. LG fault is occurred. Is there any closed path for the flow of fault current? Yes. If fault current closed path is not there, what happens? What happens? Whether this is an advantage or disadvantage if we are not grounding the neutral. What is the purpose of neutral grounding? How many methods of neutral grounding are there? Why reactance grounding is preferred for synchronous motor? Why resistance grounding is preferred for synchronous generator? This way, for everything, I suggest you to prepare with a reason, with a valid technical reason and with a proof. Proof means don't think that you are going to do something very big. No. It is proof means here, suppose for the question why I can say why resistance grounding is preferred in a synchronous generator to improve the power system stability. That is very simple. I'll explain here. Acceleration power PA is equal to steam input minus electric power output. During fault, this PA decreases and this acceleration power is going to increase. When acceleration power increases, then rotor speed increases and rotor angle is going to change very fastly. So if more is the acceleration, the less chances of becoming stable. Therefore, I want to decrease this acceleration power as much as possible. If I'm going with resistance grounding, of the machine, what happens is PA is equal to PS minus of PE plus 3 times of, or simply let me take it as I square into Rn, neutral grounding resistance. That is, Rn is neutral grounding resistance. Though this is decreasing, this part is extra during fault. Yeah, if it is an unbalanced fault, definitely fault current is flowing through neutral grounding resistance. Therefore, this part of the electric power output PE to the PE is adding extra. Therefore, this PA will decrease, acceleration power will decrease, which will improve the stability, right? So this way you can prove or you can support your statements, your answers. This way it is required to prepare for the BARC technical officer electrical engineering interview preparation. The fourth subject I tell you immediately is power electronics. Being an electrical engineer, you can take power electronics. In power electronics, there are several questions possible. See, there are several concepts. What is input power factor? Why it is low? How it is high? They will ask you to. They will give you one circuit. They will ask you to draw the waveforms, output waveforms. And they will change the element. What is the purpose of freewheeling diode? With and without freewheeling diode, what are the advantages? Does the efficiency is improved? So like that, many questions are possible in power electronics. Power electronics is one of the very good subject for, if you are good in power electronics, you can choose as a second subject. But I always suggest to take the network analysis as the first subject. But that is up to you. See, any subject can be taken, any subject sequence can be taken for your interview preparation. But that depends on your preparation ability, and if you have very good concepts over a subject, you can take mathematics also, engineering mathematics also you can take as your favorite subjects in the interview. And fifth subject I can tell you to take is control systems, or the sequence is this way also: network analysis if you are good at control systems, second subject is control systems, after that machines, like that. See, any combination is taken, but if and only if you are good at the subjects what you taken. You can take electronic subjects also, you can take analog electronics, digital electronics, signals and systems, yes, electrical measurements, any combination of the subjects in your electrical and electronic engineering you take, but you must be good at those subjects. And the sequence also, if you are very good at machines, first tell them that you are good at electrical machines. For your first preference subject is electrical machines. If you are good at power electronics, then second subject is power electronics. Like that, you make your own sequence of subjects. So YourPedia is one of the largest and largest platform in India which is guiding students for interview preparation. Join your hands with YourPedia to accelerate your interview preparation. All the best. Thank you.